All right, here we are with week 6. The first thing, the reading assignment should be encouraging to you. Why UX is booming in the automotive industry. I feel like that's still going on. Last year was a little hotter than it is now, but I don't see demand drastically falling. In other words, they really, really have a need for UX, UI in the automotive industry. So that should be positive news. Very interesting read for you. Related to the booklet, you need to continue on with the secondary screen. So you've been doing the high fidelity prototype, and you've probably, let's say here you're, in this case, there's main features. I know you have more. Um, I would consider each one of these, the first click on these, the main screens. But very often there's screens that go deeper from that. I call those secondary screens. So I want you to focus this week on secondary screens. You probably have all the main screens done, ideally, by now. So what happens when you go deeper? You want to get into, I don't know, radio controls and there's, well, probably not, but you could have a CD player. You could have music stored in the computer. You could have satellite radio. You could have radio service paired through your phone. So there's all these different things. All those are secondary screens. So consider those. Build those, please. Your conclusion paragraph. Um, as you know, uh, this kind of design is never really finished, but we are going to come to a conclusion to this process. And this process of designing version 1 of our automotive interface. So this will be 1.0.0. And I want you to write about um, how you achieved your goals related to ease of use and yet safety, and something that you can draw on for this is your second usability study. So we've already done one, but that was way back on the sketched low fidelity prototype. Now you get to do one on your high fidelity. And I know I skipped this somehow, but we also want to add more screens. I guess that so goal number 1 and goal number 3 are very similar, although this one says uh, display 15 as a minimum screens in your booklet. So that does help a little bit. Okay. Now, going on with the usability test. So I want you to not only conduct the test, but to write out the results. It would be wise to test more than one volunteer. At a minimum, you're only required to do one. But your book will look stronger. Your research will look stronger. It will be stronger if you interview more than one people. And certainly in the industry, they'd be at least 100 different volunteers would be testing this at a minimum, before any serious, the next steps are taken at all. Okay. Let's see. So the high fidelity prototype, obviously you're building that in InVision or Adobe XD, and that relates to 3 and it relates to 1. We want a total of 20 screens in XD or InVision. And you want to record the usability test. You could record it. It would be wise at least to record the audio. You don't have to make a video. And again, we're just going to use the same instructions as last time because, our goals were the same for the first time and the second time. So we're going to try to do these very same things. Find a gas station, pair your phone, turn on music, lower the car temperature, stuff like that. So no surprises there. And again, if you added some last time, I would use the very same ones again. We want consistency. That's how we can compare. That's how we can learn. Okay, so week 6, this should be an exciting point. You know, we're getting closer to being done, and your stuff should, you know, be looking polished and sweet as far as the interface goes. And then we get to test it out. We get to see, you know, do people really intuitively use our interface well? So it's a great chance to learn. So good job. Keep it up.